Hi everybody, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are watching episodes 40 and 41 of Bleach, which I have been warned in the comments from yesterday's video. I should prepare myself, I should situate myself. So Totoro's within reach, I have Kleenex within reach. I don't know what's coming, but I'm sure I'm not ready for it. So the last couple of episodes, we had Shadow fighting, not doing a great job on his part, a little overpowered by the captain he was up against, but not killed, thank God. So he is been captured by the Soul Society. He is locked up as far as we know. We haven't seen him be locked up yet, so it's a little bit up in the air what's going on with him. Then we had Ichigo fighting Zedeki and unlocking some of the potential of his Zanpakuto, so meeting up again with Zenksu, I think is the spirit that lives in his sword, meeting up with him again and having to fight this weird ghost inverted version of himself, which has some worrying implications behind why it exists and why it is there. But they had a little bit of a fight. Ichigo ended up getting his weapon back, even though it got destroyed a little bit, but it's okay. We've recovered, sort of, from that. And then we had Zedeki taking off his eye patch that was like sapping his energy, not bonding with his Zanpakuto. He doesn't know its name, he doesn't use it as like a partner in the fight, it's just a tool for a means to an end. Still, has stabbed Ichigo a little bit. Ichigo's been in the chest, which is not ideally how I wanted that fight to end. Gonna be honest. We don't really know what's gonna happen with Ichigo, how he's doing, how we're gonna recover from that. In the meantime, we have Hanataro and Ganju, who are on their way to the tower where Rukia is being kept. We saw a little preview that they're, getting pretty close, or they're gonna be getting to that tower within the next couple of episodes, which, is good for Rukia. Hanataro really wants to help her out. Slight thing that came into my head while I was thinking about this, because I've had some time to like calm down from the stress. Ganju. When we first met him, he hated Soul Reapers because his brother was a Soul Reaper, and through some kind of confrontation involving another Soul Reaper, his brother died. And we saw a little kind of flashback of that because Ganju saw the other Soul Reaper that was involved, who kind of looks like Rukia. That worries me that Ganju is now the one who is going to get her, because I feel like it'll end slightly badly. So that's an interesting thing that like had completely left my brain, because so much has been happening and I've just been stressed about one person after the other, and Ganju has been surprisingly not one of the characters I've needed to stress out a lot about. But now I am. The only other thing we had was with the death of Aizen. He sent that scroll piece of paper thing where he wrote down all the stuff that he knew, and he sent it to Hinamori, who was his lieutenant, that basically said all the stuff that he had found out. So she now knows the same things that he knew before he died, but she's locked up. And I feel like maybe her and Shadow will meet each other if they've both been captured and locked up, because I think Squad 5 is where people are kept, like prisoners. So they might have some kind of interaction, but other than that, at the moment, there does seem to be a lot of distrust with the captains and the lieutenants. As like more lieutenants find out about what's happened, more of them are starting to suspect that it's one of the other captains that killed Aizen. We're getting to the end of like this official arc with these 2 episodes, and I just feel like my stress levels are not going to be lessened. I feel like I will only be given more stress. But also, this has been such a good arc. With that, let's get into episode 40. In 3, 2, 1, go. We had a new ender the last episode too, which was like way too positive for my state at the end of these episodes. I need something somber, maybe like, you know, on that sadder end of things, but ultimately comforting. You know what I mean? Something that feels like a hug on a really rainy day. Because just giving you some like upbeat bop of a song, not gonna work, because that's not where I'm at the end of these episodes. We still don't know what Ishida and Orihime are doing. We just like left them forever ago. I worry about them. They had like that one fight where we got to see like Ishida really like show off how powerful he is, and then we never got to see them again. Oh no! These recaps are gonna shorten my lifespan, because I just have to live the stress again, and I'm like, I know what happened. I remember. Yeah. Ugh, 'cause he doesn't like just pull out the sword either. He like takes it out through the side, like, ugh. Ugh. You look rough, buddy. Ooh. What? I mean, his lieutenant seems a little bit scary too. Like, adorable, cute, a little bit terrifying when she gets angry. And strong. But who's gonna help him? Hanataro isn't with him to heal him this time. And he doesn't have Ikagu's, like, tacky stuff to close wounds. boy. Ganju! Don't give me heart attacks like that. It's true. Rukia can only, like, feel the strongest of this, like, soul spirit energy, right? So she probably doesn't know which one is winning. Who's Kayan? There has to be an easier way. Oh no! Somebody help my boy. Hello! Took you long enough to get here. Oh, okay. Big kitty. Oh my. It's a little terrifying. Oh. Aw, that's kind of sweet. His bloodlust still freaks me out, though. You gotta earn the partnership, though. You gotta learn to listen. Uh-oh. I was not expecting that. Like, if he actually dies? Ooh. I don't think there are birds in this whole society. Ooh. Ah. Poor guard, just trying to do his job, having a rough day. I bet Hanatoro knows. That is surprisingly brave. No good. That was smart and brave. Look at you. I just want to pat his head and tell him he did a good job. Yeah. This part. Oh dear. That doesn't mean she killed him, but... So Kyan is his brother. Is it from the kitty? So it feels like that's gonna be a little bit of a beacon. Or is it someone else coming? Oh, is this the sick captain that we were missing? I didn't know Soul Reapers could get sick. Is it like a special kind of illness or what? Hello. He's also not the nicest person. So. Wouldn't help. He's literally vying for his sister to be killed. Yeah. That also seems like an ill-fated plan. Oh. But you're so sweet! Yeah, I'm like, he's not gonna fight for Rukia. He's gonna fight for Hanatoro. Oh. Ganju's a bit beat up too, though. He's been through a lot since he's joined the group. I don't have a good feeling about this. I know someone's gotta do it, but Ganju does not seem like the ideal choice. Yeah, this ender is not... This ender does not fit where I'm mentally at after watching an episode. I did not expect Zedeki to be as beat up at the end of the fight as he is. I don't know if he died or if he's just really close to dying, but Ichigo did a better job with that fight than I thought he would. Even at the end of last episode. The mask again. Yes. Reveal your secrets. You're actually a dog. I was expecting Zedeki to like be beat up at the end of the fight because I know that Ichigo did legitimately put up a pretty good fight, but I didn't expect it to be as bad as it looks. Like, it looks like he is either dead or very close to it until like he gets some kind of medical help, which is like, you know, good for Ichigo for pulling that off, because not only is Zedeki a captain, but like he's also like literally named after being like good at fighting and like reveling in fighting. So I mean, good for Ichigo. I would prefer that he was slightly less close to death himself at the end of that fight, but it looks like he's getting some help. Superpowered kitty to the rescue. Took him long enough to get involved. He's been just kind of hanging out in like the background of the story, so looks like we're finally going to maybe find out what he's been up to and some of what his power set is. We saw in the preview that Ichigo's hollow mask thing is back, which might have something to do with him surviving the fight with Zedeki, because the last time when he was fighting Renji and the mask appeared, it like blocked one of the attacks at like his shoulder and it helped him out, and it looked like it was damaged in the clip. So it might be that like it helped block the attack to like make it not as bad or something, one of the attacks on him. It's almost like a reflex of like when he gets really seriously injured or he's close to death, that like it unlocks something in him, like an instinct, a reflex almost. There's so much potential in like what Ichigo is still capable of doing. He needs to stop getting stabbed though. I just want him to have like one fight that's like easy for him again, you know? Where he can just like, and not like brutally hurt somebody, but just kind of like sass his way through the fight so that I can laugh, I can smile, I can have a cool fight scene without like feeling like my heart is gonna is gonna give out on me. Also had Hanatoro and Ganju getting to Rukia, and like I pointed out before, like there was that connection between Ganju's brother and Rukia and that whole thing. So he very much does not want to help Rukia, but he is gonna help Hanatoro because he's a good boy, and also Hanatoro needs to be protected from the world because it is too chaotic for him. But Hanatoro was surprisingly brave, and I feel like that's something worth acknowledging, that like he seems like a character who's very much like comedic, timid, you know, flinches a lot, but like stealing that key not only was smart and forward thinking, but like was brave because he's like, I'm probably gonna get punished for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I have to do whatever it takes to help out my friend. And even at the end when Byakuya showed up, he was like, if no one else is gonna fight him, distract him long enough for Rukia to get away, I'll do it. Like, it terrifies me, there's no way I can win, but I'll do it anyway. And that's such a brave thing. Like, I think brave and like courage gets associated with like the idea that if like you're stubborn enough and like you just kind of rush into something, that means you're brave, that means you have courage. Whereas like really what makes you brave and what makes you courageous is being afraid of something and having the resolve to do it anyway. Like that's what actual courage is. So round of applause for Hanatoro for stepping up when he needs to and always being resourceful throughout, like healing people, having the knowledge, getting them where they need to go. Like, he's a low-key MVP, and I think that needs to be acknowledged. We met the other captain that was sick when they were having the meeting with all the captains. Really interesting idea of like Soul Reaper being able to get sick because they have all of these like healing properties. Like, Soul Reapers are better at healing in general, so it's interesting that he got sick because I don't associate someone getting sick as being something that a Soul Reaper would be capable of, which makes me think that there's probably something else involved with like the illness that he has. So that'll be an interesting kind of side story to see like exactly what does it mean by him being sick, and like when did it happen in the timeline, because my whole theory throughout this whole thing is that like there's something else going on in the background as like all of the like big flashy things are happening. Like it's easy to be like, okay, we have intruders and they're attacking people and like people in the squads are getting hurt, including lieutenants and captains now. That's a big flashy thing to happen, and like within that, Aizen dying, and I'm sure some people might start to suspect that it was one of the intruders, especially since Ichigo stood up against Zetaki and won. So I'm sure someone's going to associate that with the intruder. Probably someone already has, but like now there's like more proof towards that like they are powerful enough to stand up against a captain and win. So I feel like more suspicion is going to go towards Ichigo and his friends. And like, you know, those are big, you know, big flashy distracting things, and I feel like there's something else that's going on, like taking advantage of that distraction to happen. So like, is the illness something that goes into it, or is it just like taking advantage of the timing that like one of the captains is sick? I think was one of the more powerful captains is sick. So I don't know, but it looks like Byakuya is gonna fight. Maybe like legitimately fight, because we haven't seen him do that. We saw him briefly up against Ichigo, but it wasn't really a fight because Byakuya was way above Ichigo's skill set at that point. So it will be interesting to see how he actually fights. Interested to see if Rukia gets involved. I don't think Ganju has a great chance in that fight. I don't think he's powerful enough to go up against a lieutenant, let alone a captain, let alone one of the more infamous captains. But maybe a friend will show up and help? Maybe? I don't know if it'll be Ichigo. Ichigo's healing and going through some stuff. But maybe. Maybe he'll show up in time to help out. So let's get into episode 41. In 3, 2, 1, go. We can do this. Byakuya, common to fight us. Superpowered kitties. I really want to know how... I'm so worried about Ishita and Orihime. I'm like, I just need for a brief second, I need to know what they're up to. Are they good? Are they fighting people? Are they hiding out? How's their life going? How's Shadow doing? Is he captured? Is he healed or healing? Is he fighting that captain? Like, I got so many characters to worry about now. This does not seem like it'll end well. Ooh. We underneath the execution grounds. Surprisingly, no. Though you did a lot to try and be killed. Yeah. Got beat up a little bit. Stabbed a little bit. Boy! Stop opening your wound! Oh! Oh. Oh, see, thank you. I just need somebody to be like, they're fine. Is there a word in Japanese that translates to nary? So, not important to the plot specifically, just a linguistic question. Again. Nope. Oh. So it didn't, like, reform again? Maybe it did? Maybe it didn't fish it out again? So he did, like, conjure it again. Angry kitty. What would happen if he put the mask on? That's the question. Wait. Buffering? There you go. Are we gonna get to see? Yes. Show me. Transform. Ooh. The form is a woman? You should go and I are on the same page with that one. Ah. I was saying this at the beginning, I'm like, it has to be something else, right? It can't just be a cat. Oh, where'd Ichigo? Oh, where did you go? Don't tease him. Urahara? Give it to her. That's what I've been asking for a while. Yeah. He's, Boy, you're still bleeding. Boy, you don't even really know how to use that properly. What are you doing? She's gonna leave her? She's probably more resourceful than just being stuck there, but... Doesn't the collar still, like, repress some of it, though? Yeah, like, she's been cut off from a lot of, like, spiritual energy, and She's like the collar that makes her a prisoner still, and she wasn't exactly at full power last time we saw her anyway. Ah! Oh, it's gonna be like that, isn't it? Why? What's the clan animosity? Oh, hello, Captain. Ichigo? Ichigo? Coming in hot? Love the music. Oh, they finally get to see each other. It's been so long. Ah. Oh. She missed you. But also she's worried about you because it's probably not safe for you to come and get her. She only went with up because she wanted to save you, so... Yes, because that's what she's gonna do. Nope. He does his own thing. I mean, you have almost died multiple times. Are you sure about that? Fair point. The confidence, the sass. Ooh. Good sip. Good block. You're gonna have to actually fight this time. Don't get overconfident, though. I don't know if S is equals exactly what's happening. It's good. It's good. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. His power is probably more than this. Ooh, hello again. Ooh. Really? Ah. This is gonna be so good though. So I'll talk about it after. I'm so worried about Ganju. He better not be dead. This music does not fit. Does not fit where I'm at. Oh. I just want a preview. Okay, so we have seen what Byakuya's Zanpakuto, what the transformation of it is, which is this like scatter like petal thing, but they're like razor sharp, which is like an interesting and oddly beautiful but terrifying ability. Which, I mean, seems sort of fitting for his character. We have the reappearance of the mask, which, like, it keeps, you know, Ichigo keeps making this hollow mask. And Yoruichi seems to have some idea of what might be going on there, and keeping an eye out for that, who is a woman! Which is, pulled a fast one. Pulled a fast one on me for that one. Just assumed it was male. Now I look like a clown. But like I've been saying from the beginning, I'm like, it's not just a cat. Right? Like, even from the beginning, I'm like, okay, it's a cat, but like, it's a cat that had some kind of connection to Urahara, and then it was a talking cat, and I was like, well, it can't just be a cat. Cats don't talk, like Yoruichi pointed out. So I was like, okay, is it, like, what is it then? And it seems that it's like, Soul Reaper? Who has some kind of transformation ability? I'm saying Soul Reaper because the connection with Urahara and the fact that the captains know who she is makes me think that maybe she was Urahara's lieutenant? Because if Urahara was a captain, then he would have had to have a lieutenant, I'm assuming. Everyone seems to have one. So maybe she was his, and that's why they know him, and that's why she has as much power as she does. But I mean, she could also be another captain that just, like, for whatever reason isn't a captain anymore, like Urahara is. I don't really know the story. I'm assuming we're gonna learn some of it, because Byakuya knows who she is. And we have Ganju, who I don't want to talk about. Because at the end of all these episodes, I'm like, maybe somebody's dead, maybe someone isn't dead, I don't even know anymore. We'll put that to the side, we'll deal with it when we need to deal with it. We have Ichigo, forcing Byakuya's hand a little bit, because he has come a long way. He did survive finding Zedeki, but he's still injured, so I feel like, one, it took a lot for him to be able to fight and beat a captain, and two, he, like, is still injured from the last time, so it's good that he's got some backup this time. Rushing in seems like a bad idea. We got Rukia and Ichigo finally being together again, bickering, not listening to each other. The usual. It made me smile, made me laugh. I missed them bickering together and giving each other a hard time, but ultimately, like, respecting each other. And now we gotta get it out. We gotta get out of the Soul Society. We gotta get everybody. I love that Yoruichi was like, Orihime and Ishida are fine. Barely a scratch. That's all I needed. That's all. I just needed somebody to tell me that they were all right. I prefer to see them. We saw them a little bit in the preview, so it looks like we're gonna see where they have been at. But I'm more interested to see, like, what Yoruichi's connection is to the Soul Society. Because, like, Urahara, it seems like he's, like, banned because he can't get in. It's not just, like, that he doesn't want to go there, like, he like, physically can't go through the, like, gate thing that he made into the Soul Society. Whereas Yoruichi obviously can. So I feel like her connection is, like, slightly... it has to be different than his. And so begins the journey back out. God help us. So I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please consider liking the video, because that's a thing that you can do. And subscribing if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, so you know when I post more videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!